Good day, Lords and ladies, and welcome back to Griftlands, me Cornish-Knight, as we attempt the Sal storyline. And we're still in the first day. We're not doing great, I'm not going to lie. Bit of a rough start. But we should be okay. 75 gold. Yeah, she doesn't like us. Unfortunate. We've got an untrained animal. We can't train him, unfortunately, anymore. So let's get here. It's late when you get back to the Grog and Dog, but you can spot trouble. You spot trouble even before you step onto its porch. You slip quietly behind the overturned table before anyone notices, so you think. Cassio, hand grabs you by the collar, yanking you out into the weak lumen light of the bar. Ugh. She kicks you hard in the ribs, but you manage to keep your breath. You're gonna need it. Stay down. Go down quietly, Hunter. I promise it will be just like going to sleep. Right. Yeah. Let's try and. I'd like some backup, to be honest. So let's try and convince this person to be on our side. Topper, you're the bouncer. Mahai to keep ruffians out of the bar. Cassio's in their own class. Right, I'll vouch for them. Right, bonus damage isn't great. They're going to hit us for a ton of damage unless we do something. Okay. So let's block that as much as we can. Improvise card. Bonus composer. And then we'll start hitting the argument. Okay. Okay. First things first, let's do some damage here to get rid of that. They're probably going to hit me for health, which isn't great. No, he's going actually after my influence, which is fine for me because I can block most of it. So we put that up. Okay. That's coming straight for me. That's fine. Block some of that. We don't have any extra influence, and we're out to draw a card, so our deck's about to reshuffle. So let's get some extra stuff out like that. Okay, he's got this. That's going to do additional damage to us, which is something I can abide. We've got 4 damage coming in. I can't stop that. I'd rather do more damage than anything else. So let's armor up. We are going to... Man, it's a hard thing. I'd love to use the quick thinker, maybe something interesting to happen, but I'd rather just do straight up damage. So let's do straight up damage and hope for high roll with the dice. Only 2. Right, they're coming straight for me. So, influence. Composer to absorb damage. That's a nice hit. He's going to be doing additional damage this turn. We get no more XP from attacks. I'm going to burn this card because I don't need it. And with this combined with spend 1 influence to do 4 additional damage, we should win. Please let it be a good influence card. Next card played. Yeah, this is very good. very powerful card. You can upgrade a couple of our basic attack cards. Draw a card is okay. I'd rather have it than destroy an attack card, to be honest. This one is another similar one. It's a shame we haven't had any good draws. Normally it's cards that give you influence. See here, you get one that gives you gain influence, which is always really nice. We haven't been lucky for that, unfortunately. So we're going to be lacking influence generation. We're also lacking a reliable way of getting. We only got 2 generate influence cards, or 3. I'd like a way of producing hostility as well. If we can manage it. I mean, you're going to make me do your job. Nah, I guess you're alright. Top of steps up to your side, ready to defend Grog and Dog. Better late than never, that you suppose. Right. This is one thing I will say about this game. You never really want to pick fights one-on-one because the enemies normally always out-equip you. So, let's block some... that's not great. I'm getting healed. I'm going to block my companion. Let's punch him in the face. So I still managed to make out of that with a bit of health. Oh man, he's just throwing down the damage on me, isn't he? Okay. Get this up. Apply some health to myself. And then we're going to start stacking on the bleed. Ah, he got diseased. Okay. He's doing something, which is a good time. Apply bleed for each card played this turn. So we play 3 cards. Right. He's not attacking us. If I could have some action generation, it'd be very powerful, but it's quite hard to get action generation. Right. He's armoured up. He's doing something which looks like he's powering up his main attack gun. Okay. So let's get even more bleed on him. Yeah, that hurt, but we can heal. 4. Could get another bleed out of it or some basic defense. They haven't still attacked yet, so let's play this and hope for a good draw. Combo's not too bad, but it's not. I'm not using that build at the moment. I'll just get some general defense up. Okay, he's going to shoot us for a lot. This guy's going to run away if we don't block. Okay. I'm going to take a ton of damage, unfortunately. But this is the best way I can manage it for now. Cannon blast for a ton of damage. Right. So let's apply cripple so his damage goes down. Apply bleed. Apply even more bleed. He dies from the blood loss. Which is a shame. Because he's our first kill. He dislikes us, that's okay. So we get a battle card. Gain 3 defense, discard this card. Gain 3 defense and heal 3. Not bad if we have a way of discarding cards. Whenever you discard a card, gain 1 power. That's quite good. I like this one for the heal. Grab negotiation. Vulnerable isn't great because it increases your resolve loss by 1. So we get double our influence, but we get vulnerable, which is not fantastic. Gain 1 action for every card in your discard, which is powerful. We'll grab that. Gives us a bit of bonus card, action economy. Upgrade a battle card. We got a lot upgraded, which is nice. So get a combo. Gain a combo and get defense, which is nice. A draw. We haven't got the action economy. Combo. There are some stuff we can do with combos. Because there are some combo cards we can stack. Move around and debuff is always nice. Improvise Plus. Choose 5 cards. Choose 1 of 5 cards put into your hand from a special card pile. Or we can get the upgraded. So if we look at our card, the upgraded ones are the ones that have... let's see. For example here, Uncommon. Which basically they've been upgraded already. Well, I believe they are so. Let's see. Yeah, see, they've been a basic maneuver, they've been upgraded. Upgraded basic maneuver yet. So for example, if we took this improver from upgraded special cards, improvise a card from your basic, it means that if we took that, we'd be drawing something from one of these ones. Which isn't great. This improves it so we get 1 of 5 cards. Better as this is late game, this is early game. No, I'll go early game for it. We'll get improved. We'll grab the improved bleed card. And with this, if we get lucky, discard a card. It's not great with our pile, but drawing a card isn't better either, so I just take the improved damage. I was hoping to get the bleed one for it, because it has an upgrade to give you bleed. It has lots of variants, unfortunately. Okay, we get that for killing the guy. Money, we store some of our will. You start to get your reputation for violence, which is strange because we've only killed 1 person. Right. Unstable. Draw a card, play it with a random target. And that's a negotiation card. This is the thing I find strange. That doesn't always happen. Normally, I've been able to kill multiple people and hasn't triggered yet, but now we have a reputation for violence, which I find surprising. And we get to pick a reward because at the end of the end of the first day, which is basically a boss fight. So get an action at the start of your turn when installed to random people hate you. 3 fingers. Rolling Drum. Gain 1 action for the start of your turn. All hostile cards deal 50% less damage. It's hostility. So if we play this card, we want to basically pull hostility cards out of our deck. And if you gain Dominance, deal 1 damage to all enemy arguments. That's quite nice, actually. We gain 1 action at the start of a turn, all your hostile cards deal. So if we take this, we basically want to purge hostile cards from our deck and either apply purely on influence and influence generation. Because these ones get weaker. Or we can get, whenever you gain dominance, deal 1 damage to all enemy arguments. That's really nice because if we can find a way to, if you find a way to produce dominance, which is the currency the hostile cards run off in diplomacy, we get a ton of extra damage dealt to enemy arguments, so it can help us knock out arguments really quickly. But it would mean that we'd have to find a way of getting more dominance generation. Which one do we want? Or we can just take Cass. I'm probably going to take this. Well, that sucked, a rotten oyster. But we're feeling worse and we're still standing. What's done is done. The only good... It's fine. The fire's only good if it's stoking the engine kit. I should have gone after Cassio. As soon as I arrive, now you're dragged into this too. None of that. You've got a bit of a grit in your eye. You'll wink it out once you get some sleep. I've got a room set up for you in the back. With Cassio gone, the few patrons that remain return to their drinks, them that weren't spilled anyway. Right, 1 second, folks. Right, sorry about that, folks. So, we're going to rest for the evening. Doesn't get up the top of her field from indulging her wounds. So, Fish didn't get to the top of the field by indulging her wounds. She barely flinches as she spits an old mug. I bet your blood's boiling, kid, but we'll survive through the day. Cool your feet, get some rest. Yes, we've got to rest, because there's nothing else left for us to do. A good night's rest can't help. Can't hurt unless I want to wake up dead, that is. Kaiso won't come back on my watch. The back's barricaded and the front has me. Okay. So you rest. Sleep for the night with one hand, grip the knife under your pillow. But then you've slept that way every night since you were 12. So in this scene you heal up both your resolve and your health, and it's basically a breakdown of what happened during the day. We made one friend. We made three new people like us, one person dislikes us. The cards we gained, the battle cards we gained, well, negotiation cards and the battle cards we gained. Make people hate you makes you susceptible to ambushes and banes that affect your character. We gain 75 sills every morning, which is very nice. You sleep for the night with one hand, yep. Someone has left an envelope for you. It carries the administration crest stamped on in red wax. Scrolled on the front is clove. Inside you find 75 sill. Very nice. You look like you want revenge, and I know just the folks who can help you get it, if you're ready. There are people in both Spree and the Admiralty who want to see Cassio taking down dangerous folks, so pick wisely. So, I don't think I could get angry I didn't think I could get angry like that anymore. You spend years on the Drek, which is basically the oil platform that she was on. You learn to tamp it down, you know. Cassio has that effect on people, and you have more reason than most. Except for all other folks she sent to the Drek, maybe. They're not here, though. I am. In early morning, but the Grog and Dog patrons are already hard at work on their drinks. So I know you thought I should hold off on that bounty, but after last night, if Cassio wants me to be a worse nightmare, I'll likely oblige. And how you're gonna do that? She knows you're here, and she's got money and goons to keep her safe. What do you got? You're damn right. Lucky for you, I have a couple of contracts who want Cassio dead, almost as much as you do. If you can convince them to work with you. Will they need convincing? Afraid so. The Admiralty doesn't trust hunters as a rule, but talk to my contact and see if you convince her otherwise. But taking out Cassio would make a space for the spree. But taking out Cassio would make a space for Spree to be more than happy to fill. I know somebody will talk to you, especially if you bring him Cassio's head on a plate. Right, the Admiralty is basically the military forces here. The Spree of the local crime organisation. I won't go into too much detail because I'll leave it up to them, up to you guys, the viewers, to see. But let's just put it this way: both factions in this game have their good and bad players in them, and there's a reason why they called the Admiralty an occupying force rather than a police force. So, first things first. Quest Rise and Shine. We can go here. There's two main story quests. We could hire a mercenary. stolen goods from the bog. We get an extra bit of money, which might be nice. Yeah, let's do that to start off with. Bystander, Brenner. Brenner flashes you a complicated hand signal and then watches you expectantly. Can I help you? Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting where I am. I take it you've never been to Grot Bog. Yeah, I'm familiar. Haven't been there in a long time. Grot Bog is one of the other maps in the game. I believe it's the one that Rook is basically the map that Rook plays on, which is the other character. Bad memories. Bad memories are the bog's primary export. But to business. I'm looking for a grifter to help me broker a sensitive transaction. You can ask about the job, ask about the hand sign, ask what they're selling. Basically, this is all lore. I could go into it, but the general gist of it, to shorten it down, not spoil it for you, is that C's basically got technology that C wants to sell, which is illegal to sell because it's basically pre-collapse technology. Because this planet was a colony world that has basically collapsed into a state of basically like anarchy, as you can see, and C's got technology from during the period when it was being colonized by spacefaring nation or empire, I suppose you could call it. They don't really go into much detail about it in the game. It's more like a legend more than anything else. It's not a legend, it's more like folklore from a distant past. But simple to say, C has tech that she wishes to sell. Tell me about the transaction. The Rise, a loose group of union organisation and freedom fighters campaigning for workers' rights across Hiveria. The Rise raided one of the Sparks band's depots back in the bog, and I managed to float what we stole down the coast here. Spark Barons, a phreatic faction who retrofit new technology from ancient ruins, much to the coast's displeasure. A recently discovered fuel source harvested from underground and pioneered by technocratic Spark Barons. So basically, the Barons don't like the cult don't like the Barons, and the Rise, which are basically like a workers' union group, are basically not liked by anybody because they're basically a union, which means that they are for workers' rights and step on the toes of anyone who's trying to make business or big business. If you can find a good buyer, I can make money back and buy us some real weapons. I got some promising leads, but I'm being watched by Spark Baron agents, so I can't contact them directly. I need your help to contact the leads and close the deal. Yeah, so why not? Negotiation gives us some experience, gives us a nice bit of money. Thank you, comrade. Now go to convince one of the leads to come to our camp. We'll be waiting for you there. I'm not going to go into too much of the world lore. We could spend a lot of time just looking over all of the stuff, but I don't want to spoil it too much for those who are wanting to play this game. And a lot of it is just sort of like, it's not window dressing, but it's not a massive necessity to the main plot. Looking for people who want to do the job. Okay, so they're both the same. Let's go here first. And we'll talk to him. He speaks it with a Deltan accent, implying he was born on the mainland. Bremwood nods an acknowledgement of your presence. Well, let's start. About the offer. Word is it that you're in the market with some goods? From the bog, could be, but I've been burnt by those crazies before. How do I know if they're any good? Okay, so that's going to be 35 versus 30. So before we accept it, we're going to quickly run over to here and talk to him. Word is Lil would sell his own grandmother if he thought he could buy her back at half the price next week. Right. About the offer. Word is that you're in the market of some goods from Grot Bog. Oh, so you're working with the Rise? I'm just an honest grifter collecting paychecks for services rendered. Are you interested or not? How do I know it's legit? It could be a trick of a Baron. So it's exactly the same. Let's go with him. No, it's the Rise, I swear. They all liberate this and struggle with that. It's exhausting. Okay. This is annoying. Basically, every time he hits us, his characteristic is proposition. That's his core argument. So add a kickback card to your draw pile at the end of the turn. So every time he hits us, we had a this will pop to a hard. We can pay 5 steel to do extra money damage. It is annoying. Well, first things first. Let's armor up our argument. And let's hope for above average roll. Nope. Okay, so we're going to take a point of damage. Ouch. That came online. And we've got... I guess use this. We can get that up, so we've got to drop the influence, armor up, and I need to basically hit this, which drops the damage down. That's still going to cost us a ton of money, and we need to kill that really quickly. Okay, when destroyed, draw his extra card to start the turn. Okay. That's going to take money to play. Okay. We've got 3 cards in your discard, 3 actions. Okay. So we've got, for every 3 cards, we've got 3 actions we can play. Problem is that's going to cost us money, but I do need the economy going. I do need the influence. So we're going to pay that, gain 2 influence, hit that, pay that to get this going. No, we're going to play, do this, and then we're going to go that. We take a bit of damage, but we've got to heal soon enough. Yeah. This hurts a lot. Okay. So we're going to have to pay this, which costs us money. Next card is played twice. And we're out of actions, which is unfortunate. This is costing us quite a bit of money to do, but I want to try and get this fight over with because we're losing health quite quickly. Okay. Okay. First, we're going to play this to armor up. Let's see, we've got 2 actions left. Throw some composer down. Yes, I can tell. It's just... The problem is he's clogging up our hand with garbage cards. Yeah, we'll pay 5 more. Just finish this fight now and not take any more damage. Then influence draw cards, no. That is quite useful. Target loses 2 resolve, you gain 2 resolve, which is a nice way of like buffing your character's health. It's a negotiation card though. I'll take the money instead. Card upgrade. That destroys it. Not interested, so we just get this one. Apply Composer to all your arguments, which is very nice. We lost quite a bit of money on that, unfortunately. And random events. You're being followed, you turn to face your tail. She sees us. Attack. That's not great. Here we go. Alright, so they're coming straight at us for a lot of damage. Okay. So let's try and first absorb some of it. We're going to put that up and we'll take this for the extra bleed. There's no point in that because we haven't had any health damage to us yet. So let's... what does this evolve into? Combo, counter, defense, expend. Yeah. Let's first get rid of the droid. We'll chunk that. That can't bleed, so we'll stab him. Ouch. Electrical charge increases firepower. Ugh. Okay. So they're gearing up. They're going to attack my pet, which I'm not happy with. Gain 3 defense cards and heal, which is always nice. I haven't taken much damage so far, but it's never too late to start stacking healing. Let's gain some temporary power and we'll start stabbing him again for some more damage. Right, it's powering up, so the thing needs to die quickly. Absorb the damage and we'll continue stabbing away at it. Yeah, not great. Our pet took a nasty hit. Okay. This is dead this turn. Who's attacking him? This guy is, and he's planning, so he's attacking my pet. Well, let's heal the pet up. We will then apply free wound to him, so he takes more damage. And then we'll apply bleed. So he'll take free bleed and he'll have increased damage from wounds. Right. He stunned us, which is not great. Okay. They're hitting my pet pretty hard. Okay. I have no easy way of healing him, so I'm just going to block for full damage this turn. Okay. That's not great. He has to take 7 more damage to get knocked out. Okay. We drop this for now. 1 more damage and he'll flee. Oh well, he's surrendered. And then we'll punch him. But they surrendered. I'm not interested in killing them. We won't get much off them anyway, and it will give us negative standing with some people. So we'll spare them. Improvisation is a useful combination. Unfortunately, we only have 2 cards that are improvise. To be honest, we only have a single card, which is improvise. And this requires a lot of things to trigger, which this needs to be in our hand. And whenever you improvise a card, there's too many things. I don't particularly like it. It's high cost. It's very, unless you're going for a discard improvisation deck, it's very hard to get the combo going. I'd rather just grab this, which will help improve our defense a bit. Play with that. If we can get some combo going, it'll be okay. Alright, the fight ends. Why are you following us? The Rise is financing their war against us, and the Borg by selling stolen goods in Murder Bay. We just trying to restore order. They listened to this creep, they attacked us. Whatever they pay you, we can pay more. I'm a mercenary with my word. No betrayal is bad business. Now get out of here before I kill you and take your sous. Let's get going. If the Barons are willing to kill for this stuff, it must be good. Right. You arrive at the camp. So where's the stuff? We meet at last. Let's see what you... let me show you what we have. Sal, please keep an eye out of trouble, will you? They go into the tents. You just barely hear the muffled deliberations through the canvas. The haggling goes on for quite some time. You scan the surrounding trees for threats. After a time, Lil bursts from the tent. What a waste of time. They quote one price and charge another. I would be surprised if any of their stuff worked at all. Okay. Go back inside the tent. So we're going to walk away empty-handed. Okay, this is gonna cost me money, I can just tell. Well, at least we managed to get rid of the extra damage. Really hard. Really tired of... Let's improvise to start off with. We can get anything that can... Put vulnerable on that. All resolved losses increased by 2, 1, and reduced by 1. Okay, so... Man, it's expensive. Right. That costs us a lot of money for that. Man, I was hoping to get money on this contract. Okay. At this point, I just want this person dead. So let's just first destroy this. Ouch. Right, so they're going to be punching us. If this, we've got to take 8 damage. Really? I'm just losing money. This is not. I should have just taken the 200 and walked away. Leveled this up. Now his attack's doing even more damage. Okay. Get this going so everything gets some armor up. Right, that comes into play with our effect. Okay. Man, this is annoying. Right, we just need to end this fight now. Boy, that was frustrating. This is a good card. Right. That upgraded. Get full defense. Heal 1 is always nice. Healing a little bit is always pleasant. And we've got a load of our cards upgraded. That's nice to have that in the top of our hand always for influence generation. I don't see, like, I can see if you have like a big deck why you'd have destroy. To all arguments is nice, but there are cards I can get to do the same thing. Right. Special pool. How many upgraded ones do we have? I think we have some. Which means we get access to much more powerful improvements. Increased threaten is nice. Make a point, I give it 1 more shot. Goes back into the tent after some shouting, brain comes out. Thanks for the help, I think it's going to work. I'll be here in the bay for a couple of days, wrapping up business. If you're looking for extra goods from the bog, feel free to drop by. Health, it's the stamina, it's the resolve we need to get fixed up. So if you want to, we can go for her and we can buy consumable cards. It's not great. I'm not a particular fan of them, to be honest. I think I can see why they're useful because they help you, for example, buff your health and all that jazz. But I find them to be expensive for what they are. You can only have 1 pet. Auto dog isn't too bad, like a little robot hound. But yeah, so that became a lot more, like, it was a lot more expensive than what I was hoping for. We have to decide next episode what we want to do, if we want to go and help the Admiralty or if we want to go and help basically the criminals. But that's for next time, folks. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the description button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam, and leave a comment in the comment section. This has been Griftlands, and I have been Cornish-Knight, and I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye.